Hi everyone and welcome back. Today what I'll be reviewing is the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. So this baby right here. If you would like to see how this performs, how it blends, what my opinions on it are, the price and all that jazz, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So today what I will be showing you is the new Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. This puppy retails for $45 and it is cruelty free and vegan, which is really exciting. So inside here there's a finishing powder, a blush, a contour, 2 highlights, and like a brightening powder. So the finishing powder you can put all over the face. Obviously the contour you'll be using to contour. Then you'll be using the blush to kind of bring in a little bit color to your cheeks. The highlighting obviously to highlight, and then the brightener shade you can do up above your cupid's bow. You can do it down the nose, in the corner of your eyes, and also right up like underneath your eyebrows, so your eyebrow bone. So I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush and I'm gonna dip into this setting powder. I'm kind of just going to dab this all over the face. So this is like my 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th time filming this video. And things just keep going wrong. So I completely took my foundation off. I put on a completely different foundation and we're just gonna go this way. So this does give my face no extra color, which I was worried about because it's not like translucent in here or anything like that, but it made my skin look really nice and like flawless from far away, which I am a fan. So that's about as much as I'm gonna put on my face. My face feels very nice and set. I use the Bare Minerals Pro foundation. So I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna dip into the contour shade, tap this off, and very lightly at my cheeks start kind of bringing in a little bit of color. And I don't want to take this super far down. I want to kind of just like have almost like a natural look to me today. Just kind of pull everything together, bring in a little bit of color and definition into the face, but not be like super contoured, you know? So far it's not looking patchy at all. It's blending out very nicely. It's not moving the foundation that's underneath, and it looks like very nice and natural, which I'm a fan of. And I am picking up like the tiniest little bits on my brush. Just for the tiniest amount, I'm gonna grab a brush like this and dip into the contour, kind of blow it away, and kind of define this cheek a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks very nice and natural, and I am happy with the way that it is right now. So then I'm gonna take a little bit of the blush and also go back in with this brush right here. And I'm just gonna boop, boop, just get the tiny bit on my brush, and so it looks very pink in here, but on the cheeks it's a very nice like flush of color, and this is matte, so the contour and the blush are matte in here. Everything else has a slight shimmer to it. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray my face with some Tatcha Dewy Luminous spray. And while that is still wet on my face, I'm going to take a beauty blender and I'm going to dip into this shade right here. This is the highlighter, Divine. I'm just going to tap this on my cheeks. It's a very nice glow. It's not glittery at all, which is my least favorite type of highlights. And I'm going to take a little bit of that dewy mist again and spritz it onto that sponge and just bounce it in. And then for underneath the brow bone, I'm just going to take a big brush like this and go into the brightener shade, and I'm just going to tap some of it right underneath my brow in this inner corner. And I want this to be diffused. Since I'm not doing much makeup, I just want it to be really nice and diffused, hence why I'm using a big brush like this. And tap some there, and I'm actually gonna bring this on my nose a little bit. So it just gives a nice little like glow when you catch the light. I think this looks really nice, actually. I actually haven't bought Cover FX products in a hot minute, but I think that this is super, super nice. And as you can see up close, everything looks very nice and blended. There's nothing patchy going on. I do have one con, the like setting powder or the finishing powder that says you can set your makeup with. I would say I would use that for all of the face after I've already set my face with an actual powder, just to kind of like blur everything together. So because in certain areas where I do get creasing, you can kind of see the foundation kind of going in and creasing because it's not actually like really set, even though the rest of my face feels really nice and like not wet from the foundation. So it did set it in a way, but in the areas where I tend to have a little more creasing, I would have to do a little bit more work with an actual setting powder. Other than that, I think it blended out very, very beautifully. I feel like my face looks really nice and fresh and like very flawless. So yeah, let me zoom you out and we'll kind of talk about it a little bit more. So let's try and not be super judgy when it comes to what I look like right now, because I'm recovering from food poisoning. So that's a blast. And I'm not on the vacation that I'm supposed to be on because I had food poisoning and I couldn't fly. So, you know, the joys of being alive. Yeah, so I think that this is actually really, really, really beautiful. I think for dying right now and not feeling my best. My skin definitely looks way better right now than it did without any makeup on. $45. This is a lot of different powders in here that are very versatile and very beautiful and definitely serve way more purposes than, like, the contour shade could actually be a bronzing shade and also a contour shade. The blush could be a nice eyeshadow as well. The finishing powder could be a nice like blending out shade, and it's very nice for all over the face and makes it look very nice and smooth as butter basically. The highlights are beautiful. They're not full of glitters that are like all over my face. Like everything looks so nice and seamless and just like glowy and beautiful and great, and the blendability is there, and it's vegan and it's cruelty free. So I think if you've been looking into palettes that are very versatile and you've been wanting to pick this up, definitely do. I think this is a very beautiful product. I give it a huge thumbs up. That is all I have to say, and I hope this wasn't awful because clearly I'm dying. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.